at 6.
Riding horseback made for quite a challenge with another day of hot and humid weather. Thank you for joining us. I'm Krista Boehm. Plenty of water was along for the ride today. Hydration is key this weekend with so many outdoor activities. First, let's turn it over to meteorologist Lisa Green to see when we'll be cooling off. Lisa?
Krista, we'll get some relief starting tonight with the passage of a cold front. With that, we'll be seeing a chance for some storms too. But until then, still under that hot air, and that heat advisory in effect until 7 o'clock tonight for much of the valley, including eastern North Dakota. Taking a look at our heat index right now, 6 o'clock, we're at 101 in Fargo. That's when you factor in the actual temperature and the humidity that we're feeling out there. 99 in Grand Forks, Oaks and Langdon, both at 103. That's some dangerous heat. And our actual temperatures well into the 90s in eastern parts of North Dakota, some mid to upper 80s into Minnesota. Temperatures across the region, we were roasting out west just last hour, up to 105 in Bismarck. We've cooled down since in that area. And we just want to point out, you still need to be taking precautions tonight, even as we start to cool down. So make sure you remember your heat safety tips. You want to stay out of the direct sun. If you can get into some air conditioning, do so. Wear light clothes. Drink plenty of water. Make sure you check in on your neighbors, your friends and family, especially those who are more susceptible to heat, and never leave your pets or kids in a hot car. Make sure you take care of them. Tonight, though, we do have some storms that are going to be threatening us. I'll have details on that coming up in your full weather forecast.
With such a high heat index, riders were uneasy about coming out to McLeod for this year's Cowboy Up ride. But for a good cause, many riders were willing to sweat it out. Valley News Team's Christine Stanwood spoke with riders about how they're keeping themselves and their horses cool.
Hundreds of hooves are hitting the ground to Cowboy Up for cancer.
I just heard them.
But this year, the ride is seeing less horseback riders than ever before.
It's supposed to be the hottest day of the year, so I guess we're planning for it.
The event usually boasts anywhere from 400 to 450 riders, but they had roughly 120 riders for fear that it would be the hottest day of the year.
You know, these guys that come out and ride this, it's no pun intended, it's not their first rodeo.
And although the wind helped keep everyone cool, the traditional 15-mile trail ride was cut down by some riders to 7 miles so they wouldn't overheat. While horses are bred for these extreme temperatures, Roger Mansky says they took the proper measures to keep both the horses and the riders cool.
There's windmills, water tanks out there and where they're riding, so they're going to get plenty of water and they're not running. It's just a slow walk.
The halfway point in the trail offered cold water and hot dogs for riders.
I think come this evening when it cools off a little bit that there's a lot of people that will come back into town.
Once the sun comes down after a long, hot day. In McLeod,
Bye, horses.
Christine Stanwood, Valley News Live.
Though the 15-mile ride was hot to handle, the cause was more than worth it. The ride this year is in honor of children with cancer. Young survivors shared their stories of strength, meaningful words for the hundreds of riders that hold this event close to their hearts after losing loved ones to cancer.
That's why I keep coming back.
All the funds raised go to the Roger Maris Cancer Center. There are more events tonight. Just go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story for the information. And a reminder about the dangers of distracted driving. A family of 3 was sent to the hospital after rolling their van on I-94. The Minnesota State Patrol says the mother was driving and got distracted, reaching for a CD near Downer, Minnesota. The vehicle went off the road and rolled. A few people driving pulled over to help her. The mother and her 9- and 13-year-old sons had to be pulled from the van. All 3 were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Crews worked in high heat this afternoon to put out a blaze at a newspaper building in New Rockford, North Dakota. That's about an hour north of Jamestown in Eddy County. Fire crews responded just before 1 this afternoon. Smoke and flames could be seen at quite a distance. This photo of firefighters working in upwards of 90-degree heat, captured by Caitlin Thompson, The cause is still under investigation. One person was sent to the hospital after a head-on crash involving two semis along I-29 near Manville, North Dakota. A woman was driving her Jeep in the opposite direction, 6 miles north of Manville around midnight, when she was hit head-on by a semi heading south. The semi carrying a trailer was pushed across the median and was hit by another semi heading north, which tipped on its side. The Jeep caught fire after the accident. A trooper and a deputy put out the flames and pulled the woman out. Her condition is not known. The drivers of both the semi-trucks didn't suffer any injuries. A group called the Sioux Were Silent announced a rally in support of retaining North Dakota as an option on the ballot for UND, and in opposition to the leadership of President Robert Kelly. The rally is set for next Saturday, August 22nd in University Park. Members of the group say the rally is in opposition to the leadership that Robert Kelly has shown at UND and a call for his immediate resignation. The public is invited to attend. All the colors of the rainbow covered booths across Island Park as companies and organizations came out to support the Fargo LGBT community as they celebrate a big year. For the 15th year, the Pride community has hosted a week of events. With the Supreme Court's decision to allow same-sex marriage, organizers say it's just another reason to celebrate this year.
Being gay in North Dakota is still something where, the state is coming along slowly, and so for everyone to be able to come together and walk through the park and know that you're fully supported by everyone who's here and not have to hide who you are, and to celebrate that is something that's why we're here for this weekend.
Pride Week ends tomorrow, but there are still several events going on. We have a list on our website. Just head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. And a small business that started in West Fargo 40 years ago is celebrating its tremendous growth. Fargo Assembly Company's heritage and those of its employees celebrated at the Fargo Dome, going from 3 employees working in West Fargo to more than 2,000 employees working across North Dakota and the United States. Many of the people who work there are new Americans. More than 25 different countries are represented.
One of the best things is 2 of the restaurants serving food here, the owners got their start at Fargo Assembly when they first emigrated to the U.S. So that's a really neat thing that they progressed to that point.
Fargo Assembly Company manufactures electrical cable harnesses for companies like Bobcat and Harley-Davidson. Rag curls, dresses, and learning about living life on the prairie. Pioneer Days brought out families from around the area to experience the history and heritage of the region. Dozens of events throughout the day are planned, including sewing, wood carving, and blacksmith demonstrations. Pioneer Days runs again tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And later on Valley News Live at 6, how working an odd-hour job could affect the life of your kids.
And it's been another scorcher today. Temperatures reached into the mid-90s across much of eastern North Dakota. I'll let you know how cool will be for our Sunday coming up right after this.